Who says you need a massive mortgage to live like royalty? Today, I'm showing you the most unusual, tiniest houses that will make you rethink everything about living space. I'm telling you, these clever solutions will have you questioning why you even need a big house in the first place. Let's dive in. What if your entire home could be installed in under an hour? The Micro House packs a complete living space into just 11 square meters of pure, high-tech magic. Built from 3D printed structural components with a yacht-inspired exterior of fiberglass, stainless steel, and teak, this 4,036 kilogram pod is virtually indestructible, meeting Cat 5 hurricane code and earthquake standards. Inside, you'll find a motorized door, touchless faucets, adaptive lighting, air quality sensors with 99.9% HEPA filtration, a double bed, full-size shower, and kitchenette, and no foundation needed. Urban nomads, meet your penthouse. The Loft Cube measures 6.25 by 6.25 meters, with about 39 to 44 square meters of interior space, constructed from steel, wood, and yacht-grade fiberglass. Floor-to-ceiling triple-glazed windows deliver 360-degree panoramic views, while adjustable louvers control privacy and sunlight. The most famous version features a double XL bed, rainforest shower, and home cinema with swiveling TV. Plus, it's hurricane-proof up to 240 kilometers per hour and earthquake-resistant too. Two rusty containers? Not here. Estúdio La Pinha in Brazil is a vibrant 30-square-meter tropical house. Architects connect two 15-square-meter modules to create an ideal in modularity. But the best part is that one module packs all the messy hydraulics and utilities into a single wall, leaving the second module completely open for a flexible living and sleeping zone. With bright colors, naval plywood, and a hybrid shower that opens directly to the nature deck, this prefab is an expandable gem. Step into the future with the X-20 space capsule. This 21-square-meter mobile pod is a sci-fi dream come true, arriving at your doorstep fully assembled. Built with a high-strength aviation aluminum shell and a galvanized steel frame, it's designed to be as durable as it is stylish. The interior features a smart home system that controls your lighting, AC, and motorized curtains at the touch of a button. With its massive panoramic windows and a modern bathroom, it's the ultimate high-tech shelter. Careful, you might just overdose on rationality with this eco-capsule that runs on every green energy source imaginable. Batteries, solar panels, and a wind turbine mounted on a mast. Inside, everything transforms. The bath, the kitchen, the bed, the workspace. Its egg-shaped design also helps collect rainwater that can be used for the water supply. If you've ever shipped a house and a tractor, well, congratulations. They've had a baby, and its name is Rubishack. Its 4 tracks rocket you away from utility bills at 63 kilometers per hour, because everything runs on a generator. Inside the 4.8 by 2.1 meter wooden cabin, they've managed to squeeze in car seats, a dining area, a double bed, and panoramic windows. Perfect for watching those poor souls whose only view is their neighbor walking around in his underwear. Did you know the gondola of a 100-meter wind turbine is about 10 by 3.5 by 4 meters? That sounds a lot to me like a tiny home. All you need is a living area, a kitchen, and a bathroom. Plus, if you add a heat pump, solar panels, and a solar water heater, you might never need a brick-and-mortar apartment again. These homes give wind turbines a second life, while also reducing waste and strain on the environment. This house is gigantic. If you look at it under a magnifying glass, But even a box this tiny can fit a person comfortably. You've got a shower that looks like a pharaoh's sarcophagus, a tiny sink with a stove, and electricity from a small turbine mounted on the roof. The whole thing weighs just 227 kilograms and can fit inside an ordinary van, so you can park it right in front of a store and be the first inside for the new iPhone. Built to survive just about anything, this 45 square meter prefab is made entirely from reinforced concrete, earthquake resistant and hurricane proof. Measuring 3.9 by 3.9 by 11 meters, it installs in under 24 hours with no foundation required. Inside, there's bedroom, mezzanine loft, full bathroom, kitchen, and over 13 cubic meters of built-in storage. And if you move, just load it onto a flatbed. Why settle for a view of the water when you can live on it? The Aqua House Harmonia 310 is a sleek, floating suite measuring 9.2 meters in length and 3.1 meters in width. With 17 square meters of clever interior space, it features a full kitchen, a modern bathroom with a shower, and enough room to sleep 4 people. Built on durable polyethylene pontoons with a galvanized steel frame and high-performance pure insulation, this houseboat is designed for year-round comfort. Starting at approximately 95,000 euros, you can even add a solar package to go fully off-grid. Ever wish your living room had a convertible top? Meet the Anna Cabin, a wooden mini wonder that literally slides open. This 25 to 50 square meter modular house features movable glass and timber shells on industrial rails. You can glide the walls to transform the space from a fully insulated cabin into an open-air terrace in seconds. Whether it's an outdoor sleeping pod or a sun-drenched creative studio, this cabin lets you live in harmony with the changing seasons. If you think towing a trailer is a job for a truck, meet this Polish cyclist who built himself a full, tiny house that he pedals around on a bicycle. We're talking a complete living space with a wood stove for heating, a bed, cooking area, and even a toilet compartment, all attached to a bike. The whole rig is lightweight enough for one person to cycle, but cozy enough to live in year-round. He's traveled thousands of kilometers across Europe in this thing, proving you don't need an engine to live the mobile life. Suspended 8 meters above Norway's forest, these award-winning A-frame cabins look like something straight out of a fairy tale. Each 40 square meter cabin perches on steel stilts sunk 6 meters into bedrock to handle fierce Nordic winds. And the genius part? No bolts touch a single tree, so if removed, the forest returns completely undisturbed. Access via spiral staircase reveals pine-clad interiors, a wood-burning stove, fold-down beds hidden in walls, and floor-to-ceiling glass walls for watching elk, wolves, and bears roam below. This is what happens when Silicon Valley meets nature. The EO Canopy is the world's first completely self-sustaining glamping platform, and it makes its own electricity and water. This beast packs a 154 kilowatt-hour battery, a solar tracking roof that harvests 25% more energy than regular panels, and an atmospheric water generator producing up to 68 liters of purified water daily. Got an EV? No problem! There's a level 2 charger built right in it. Moreover, the toilet is an incineration system, so your waste literally turns to ash. What would this episode be without a container house? This time, they stacked the containers 60 feet high for fans of Firewatch. The first container became a smart little apartment with a kitchen and bedroom. There's even a balcony with enough space for 2 people to grill. The second container holds a spacious bathroom, so no need to wash your face with morning dew. And aside from a bunch of solar panels, the roof features a terrace with couches and a fire pit. All of this sits on rectangles just 20 feet long. I repeat, 20 feet! This is the first school bus that smells like cedar instead of teenage hormones. Who would have guessed that childhood trauma could be turned into a dream home with a little electric wiring, some plumbing, and a king-sized bed? In winter, you can warm up by lighting the mini stove. In summer, the AC saves you from melting. And the whole slice of heaven costs only $25,000. Check your dad's garage and see whether there are some metal sheets lying around. If so, grab them and go build yourself an 18-meter square apartment. Seriously, it fits 2 floors with a bedroom, living room, kitchen, and bathroom. There's even a work desk in the corner, quietly nudging you toward landing a remote job. Life gets easier for your parents and better for you. Any train fans out there? To create this authentic 1950s caboose, the owners spent 6 years just searching for an original caboose toilet head. The atmosphere of old-school rail travel is kept alive with a wood-burning stove, a bunk bed, and a vintage fold-out couch. And for those less interested in nostalgia, there's heating, air conditioning, and even a microwave. What more do you really need? If you've ever wondered where the Predator stays when he's in Norway, I think I've found the place. At just 15 meters square, this place has the coolest bed you've ever seen. It lowers straight down from the ceiling. There's also a bathroom and a kitchen. The whole house is built 5 meters up around the trunk of a pine tree. Outside, it's covered in natural wooden shingles that gradually change color with the rain, sun, and wind until it blends into the forest. Yeah, we've seen that camouflage before. Kingpin would never be able to squeeze his massive shoulders into this tiny house. It's only 2.5 meters wide. But that's what makes it easy to transport. The second floor folds down, turning the whole thing into a regular trailer. After a long day of fighting Spider-Man, you can take a bath, cook dinner, and enjoy the view from the panoramic window while sitting on a wide bed. There's even underfloor heating. This little slice of happiness costs $160,000. Cheap for Tobey Maguire, expensive for Andrew Garfield. How about for you? This Royal Navy helicopter was shocked when someone bought it for just £35,000. The cabin was then converted into a mini cottage with 4 beds, a bathroom, a kitchen, and an open terrace. And despite its military past, renting this helicopter costs just £130. That's cheaper than half the apartments on Airbnb. Having a bunch of siblings made Arun look at his rickshaw differently. He took his $3,000 savings, collected scraps from old houses, and built himself a hotel plaza on wheels. On the lower level, you'll find a kitchen, toilet, entryway, and living room. The bedroom and office sit 1.3 meters up on a mezzanine. On the roof, there's a solar panel and a 250-liter water tank. The bathwater is heated with coal. How is that even possible? I'd actually like to know. How do you turn a 20-foot shipping container into a proper home? Easy. You bring the solar panels, the wind turbine, and the rainwater system. Nature supplies the weather. Then you insulate the walls, add furniture and appliances, and you're basically done. Well, except for one thing, the terrace. The kind that instantly folds shut whenever neighbors want to drop by for a minute. What do you do when the nearest power grid is miles away? You build your own. This off-grid luxury retreat in Quirindi, Australia packs serious sustainability into just 40 square meters. A 6.4 kilowatt solar panel array paired with an 11.4 kilowatt battery storage means you're completely independent from the grid. But here's the kicker. A massive 60,000 liter rainwater collection system provides all the water needs. And the charred timber cladding isn't just for looks. It's a tribute to traditional Aboriginal fire management techniques. Is it a UFO? A space capsule? Nope, it's a mini luxury cabin, Pebble Grand. This pebble-shaped prefab packs 20.7 square meters of living space plus an 8 square meter terrace. Inside, there's king bed, kitchenette, bathroom with shower, climate control, and a panoramic infrared sauna with floor-to-ceiling windows, or even optional hot tub. In addition, the mirrored exterior makes it virtually invisible in nature. Two architects bought a 100-person marine survival lifeboat and turned it into an Arctic expedition home. Built in 1997, this vessel spent 20 years strapped to a ferry, but after sailing 5,000 kilometers from the UK to Norway and a year-long conversion, architects gave it a second life. The 10.7-meter-long vessel now features 2 forward cabins, kitchen/dining area, composting toilet, shower, bunk beds, and a wood-burning stove. A 900-watt solar array and wind turbine make it almost entirely self-sufficient. And don't forget the 30mm thick fiberglass hull, which tested against concrete walls. So yeah, this thing is virtually unsinkable. Built to survive negative 45 degrees Celsius, this little marvel features 150mm ceiling insulation and frameless panoramic glazing that blurs the line between nature and home. The seamless terrace matches the interior floor level, instantly expanding your living zone. And with hidden technical units and underfloor heating, this pre-built shelter is ready for year-round living in just days. Wait, did that trailer just get 3 times bigger? Yeah, it's the Bure 3, a magic house that expands from 11 square meters to a massive 28 square meters in just 60 seconds. With a push of a button, the telescopic modules slide out, revealing a fully equipped kitchen, a master bedroom, and a spacious living area. It's narrow enough to tow easily behind a car, but big enough to house a whole family once you reach your destination. Ever wanted to wake up surrounded by 350 birdhouses? Welcome to the Biosphere in Swedish Lapland. This 34 square meter cube hotel room is suspended between trees and wrapped in a spherical cloud of bird nests, feeders, and even bat habitats. Its features include a sauna, eco shower, a rooftop terrace with 360-degree forest views. Plus, the black interior directs your attention outward through triple glazed floor, wall, and ceiling windows. Yes, you can birdwatch from bed. And don't worry about bird droppings on the glass. According to the ornithologist consultant, birds don't drop where they nest. Hanging 2,835 meters high on the side of Mont Blanc, this 30-meter squared pod is not for the faint of heart. This prefab survival hut is cantilevered over a massive drop, providing a safe, solar-powered haven for 12 climbers. It features bunk beds, a dining area, and a computer to check weather reports. It's the ultimate high-altitude tiny home, where the view is basically the entire Alps. Welcome to the future of living. These high-tech space capsule homes from Chinese manufacturer Vessel pack everything into a futuristic pod. Smart home AI controls, automatic blinds, climate control, full bathroom, and sleeping quarters. The curved aerodynamic exterior looks like something from a sci-fi movie, while inside, you'll find modern finishes and clever space-saving solutions. It's perfect for glamping resorts, Airbnb rentals, or anyone who wants to feel like they're living on a space station. These transparent igloos from Lucidomes make it possible to sleep under the stars without actually being outside. Made from polycarbonate with 89% light transmittance, this material is around 250 times stronger than ordinary glass. The insulated model measures 6.2 meters in diameter, with 28 square meters of interior space, featuring double-layer polycarbonate walls 50 millimeters thick. It can handle both summer heat and extreme winter cold, plus withstand snow depths up to 219 centimeters and wind resistance level 13. Plus, it includes LED lighting, ceiling fan, and a full bathroom with a loft bed above. Boxable unfolds like origami. It ships as a 5.8 by 2.6 meter box, then expands into a full home with 33.5 square meters of living space and 2.9 meter ceilings that make it feel surprisingly spacious. Built from steel, concrete, and EPS foam panels with magnesium oxide interior walls, it's fire-resistant and mold-proof. Weighing 5,900 kilograms, it arrives with full-size kitchen appliances, water heater, washer, dryer hookup, LED lighting, and pre-installed plumbing and wiring. Even Elon Musk reportedly has one at SpaceX Starbase. Here's the Colaliba Mini Pod, a 10 square meter glamping mini place. This 4.5 meter long retreat packs a kitchenette and bathroom into a sleek, house-shaped shell. But the main feature is a massive panoramic window that turns your entire wall into a live nature documentary. Built with zero-footprint metal legs and a birch interior, it's the coziest sanctuary for a forest getaway. This 10.7-meter 1992 Airstream 350LE is an ultra-rare unicorn, one of the rarest luxury edition motorhomes ever. After a total resto-mod glow-up, the 27.6 square meter interior now features a custom front lounge with a sofa that glides into a wall-to-wall sleeping pad.
Yes! Hell yeah! Come on!
Instead of buying a shack somewhere under London Bridge, one British farmer spent $3.5 million on an old Airbus A320. He kept the original doors, the bathroom, and the luggage compartments, added a kitchen and sleeping areas, basically creating a super business class cabin for £199 per night. In summer, you can sip cold beer on the outdoor deck, and in the winter, cozy up right next to the radiators. Now that's what I call a smart investment. This truck is holding a Pandora's box that contains a wooden cabin. The whole thing can be installed in just 3 hours because all the utilities are already built in. Even a fairy tale wolf wouldn't be able to blow this one down. The wooden panels can withstand serious storms. It doesn't even need a foundation. Somehow, this compact unit fits 2 floors, and for an extra fee, you can even add a sauna. Because why not? This structure looks like a teaser for the next season of The Last of Us. The Growing Pavilion is a 6-meter house made from mycelium, reeds, and bioplastic. Cordyceps doesn't destroy people here. It holds natural materials together, forming biodegradable walls with excellent thermal and sound insulation, and even fire resistance. If Ellie could see this, she would definitely say, "Finally, a fungus that minds its own business." Every year in North America, tons of wood ash end up in landfills because the emerald ash borer beetle warps the timber. But these designers have figured out a solution. They clad their cabin with sheets of that same ash and installed it on 3D printed concrete legs. The wood's texture stands out against a minimalist interior. A sink, a table, sleeping areas, and a fireplace over 6 meters tall. When waste becomes the highlight of the design, that's not recycling, that's art. Heard the rumors that aliens are coming? Well, in Vancouver, they're already renting out their ship for just $375. It's suspended 14 feet above the ground and measures just 10 feet across. Inside, you'll find a cozy lounge with portholes, benches, folding tables, and little dish cabinets. The fold-out double bed hides right in the wall. In winter, the UFO is heated by regular human heating. And outside, there's a not-so-human toilet, shaped like a mushroom. Jealous of grain for having its own home, student Stella Van Beer decided to act. She bought a 188-centimeter grain silo and turned it into a 2-story house with a semicircular terrace. Up top, there's a twin XL bed, reached by a short staircase and ladder. 2 bulging windows and a glass hatch bring in light. She did have to sacrifice a bathroom and toilet, but luckily, eBay still has plenty of silos. Imagine your distant relatives decide to stay the night, and you, being incredibly generous, build them an igloo. Those dense polystyrene puzzle panels block out both the cold and moisture. Just leave a bucket outside, and they won't even need to bother you about the bathroom. After moving to London, Korean artist Do Ho-soo wondered how a bright Korean hanok would feel in gloomy England. Judging by the result, this house pulled it off. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. This guy found a 19th century cellar in the forest and thought, why not move in? Fixing the roof cost him about 3 Starbucks coffees. He bought a little wood and slate and gathered the stones right there in the forest. After replacing the roof, he treated the walls against moisture, and that was it. Now he's got the perfect hideout from deadlines and problems. Hit that like button if this is your dream too. This mobile home concept goes all the way back to the 1960s. Its shape looks like a star, not a pentagram, okay? And even with its small footprint, it can fit a family of 4. The structure consists of 6 identical shells, each acting as its own room. Actual privacy exists only in the bathroom. The kitchen and bedroom sections don't even have walls. The 1.5-ton star sits on a concrete foundation, so don't bother waiting for it to fall so you can make a wish. Seeing a Yeti at 2,000 meters wouldn't be as surprising as spotting this black futuristic shelter. Thanks to some clever engineering, it can fit 8 sleeping spots plus a large table into a 2x3 by 4.5 meter module. The entire unit was put together at the base and flown to the summit by helicopter and the magic of money. Its rectangular shape and insulated panels block wind and snow, making this shelter both cozy and incredibly reliable. I'm not trying to imply anything, but this guy took an old shopping cart, nailed a wooden platform to it, pitched a tent on top, and now literally walks to the store right from home. So what's your excuse for still living in your parents' basement? A luxury suite made of used ropes? Set it up on the beach, and you'll never have to overpay for a seaside hotel again. Just be ready to fend off tourists trying to use it as a changing booth. Forget expensive insulation. If your walls are made of cold-blocking jelly, just think economically and keep stirring until it thickens. Or think like this genius. He carries his house on his back and technically owns property in every country. No utility bills and a guaranteed 10,000 steps a day. Are you also seeing this house walk away? No, it's not a dream. It can really move, due to legs with accumulators and linear actuators, allowing the structure to reach a pace similar to the walking speed of an average person. This modern version of Howl's Moving Castle can accommodate up to 4 people. It comes with integrated furniture and may be easily combined with other modules to become a jaw-dropping walking village. You can choose the materials for the construction of your house and exterior. Plus, it can be powered by solar panels and batteries. Yeah, that's way better than my Tesla car. We all know about Mad Max's vehicles, but have you ever wondered what his home would look like? The creators of this Never Was Hall have the answer. This 24-foot-long by 12-foot-wide home is a weird combination of a locomotive engine, a steamship, and a Victorian house. A single-cylinder agricultural diesel engine powers this futuristic construction. It was manufactured in 2006 for the Burning Man Festival. Although many years have passed, it still continues to amuse the residents of Black Rock City. What can you do with a 20-foot shipping container? Well, you can use it to store a lot of stuff, or recreate an iconic scene from the Madagascar animated movie. But actually, it's a better idea to turn it into a cozy house. Despite its tiny size, this container includes a kitchen, a bathroom, and a spacious living room that may be easily transformed into a bedroom. Plus, an astonishing terrace is undoubtedly the main highlight of this lovely DIY project. Have you ever wondered how it feels to live inside a giant shark? Well, that's what it's like when you visit this house. It's ideal for anyone who wants to be a spy, because this entire structure is camouflaged to look like a green dune in a beautiful garden. Inside the building, you'll find various interesting things, such as integrated furniture or even a periscope, which you can use to see the visitors at your entrance door while sitting in the kitchen. At the same time, it has all the necessary amenities, including a spacious kitchen, a living room, a bath, and even a pantry.
Infamous.
For over 20 years, Avery and Doris Sisk have been collecting mugs to create a real house of mugs. Yeah, if you live here, every day you face a problem. Which cup to choose to enjoy your favorite coffee today? All in all, there are over 25,000 mugs covering the fence and facade of this North Carolina house. Any visitors can leave their mug here to continue expanding this jaw-dropping collection. Well, if one day the Mad Hatter from Alice's Adventures in Wonderland decides to throw a tea party in our world, we all know where it'll take place. Living mortgage-free never looked so good. Lauren's 18-square-meter home is a masterclass in durable, self-made, featuring Japanese cedar siding treated with oil to battle moisture and sun. Because it's built on wheels, she can swap her vineyard views for a new landscape whenever she likes. To stay safe during storms, the house is even anchored to the ground with heavy-duty chains. Inside, white walls and wooden ceilings create a cozy, plant-filled sanctuary that shows you don't need a lot of space to live free and affordably. Australia's first completely off-grid tiny house started a revolution. Cabin Jude measures just 2.5 by 6 meters. That's only 15 square meters, but packs a king bed loft, a day bed, a wine barrel shower, composting toilet, 2-burner stove, and mini fridge. Plus, solar panels on the roof, rainwater tanks, and gas heating keep everything running without a single utility connection. The Coda Loft Micro packs 19.9 square meters of living space into a prefab module that can be installed in less than a day. Built with steel-reinforced timber and triple glazed glass, this Nordic beauty includes a full kitchen, bathroom, living area, and loft bedroom. The heat recovery system captures 95% of exhaust air warmth, and the whole thing can be disassembled and moved to a new location in under 7 hours. Forget rustic cabins. This is a 30 square meter spaceship hovering among the Swedish pines. Built from lightweight composite materials, it hovers 6 meters above the ground and sleeps up to 5 people. You access it via an electronic ladder that descends from the belly of the craft, just like in the movies. Inside, you'll find a double bed, 3 single beds for kids, an incineration toilet, and underfloor heating. Imagine a house that literally disappears into nature. These Estonian mirrored glass cabins reflect their surroundings so perfectly, they're practically invisible. The signature house measures 21 square meters, and here's the genius part. The glass reflects up to 97% of UV rays, keeping you cool in summer, while floor heating keeps you warm in winter. Installation takes just 8 hours, no foundation needed, and the steel-framed modular design means you can plop one down almost anywhere. It even comes with special UV stickers that birds can see but humans can't, so no feathered visitors crashing into your invisible walls. Why settle for one view when you can literally roll your house down the tracks? This compact 18.5 square meter studio is mounted on steel wheels and a private rail system. Designed by Olsen Kundig as a flexible workspace or guest house, it features massive glass walls and a sleek plywood interior. Whether you're chasing the sun or avoiding a chatty neighbor, this locomotive lets you shift your perspective with a simple push. Can you build a house for the price of a used car? This guy did. Built for just $4,000 on a 4x8 utility trailer, this micro cabin packs 3 square meters of pure self-made ingenuity. It's got a transforming couch to bed, an indoor kitchen, and even a diesel heater for those chilly nights. Weighing only 725 kilograms, you can tow your entire life behind a standard SUV without breaking a sweat. Or the bank. What if your house could feel your every move? This incredible 13.4 by 2.4 meter glass house, balanced on a single 4.5 meter concrete column, actually rotates and tilts based on the movements of people inside. Walk to one end, the whole house seesaws. Wind picks up, it spins like a giant weather vane. Floor-to-ceiling windows let you watch the world spin around you as this incredible piece of architecture rotates a full 360 degrees and tilts up to 30 degrees. All aboard the ultimate luxury downsize. This converted 19th century rail car offers around 45 square meters of high-end living space. It's been gutted and refitted with polished wood, modern appliances, and a full-sized bathroom, while keeping that classic Orient Express vibe. Picture this, a solar-powered glass sphere hovering 10 meters above New Zealand's countryside on a steel pole. Jonah Williams spent 3 years and 3,000 hours building this high-tech retreat for just $50,000 USD in materials. The 25 square meter living space features 360-degree views through 2-meter-high polycarbonate windows, voice-activated LED lights, fingerprint locks, and, wait for it, a voice-controlled beer dispenser built into the armrest. Plus, the steel construction can withstand magnitude 8.5 earthquakes. Not bad for a project from a guy who didn't know how to weld when he started. If you want a room with a view that literally disappears into the forest, the Mirror Cube is for you. This 4x4 meter lightweight aluminum box is clad in reflective glass, making it nearly invisible to the naked eye. To protect local wildlife, the glass is coated with a special UV film that only birds can see. With 16 square meters of cozy plywood-lined space and a rooftop terrace, it's the ultimate hideout for those who truly want to be at one with nature. What do you do with an old American school bus? You gut it and build your 19.5 square meter dream home inside. This self-made wonder features a desk crafted from a Baldwin piano, which cleverly hides a retractable TV. The roof is a dual-purpose marvel, sporting 1,100 watts of solar panels alongside a custom lounge deck. Inside, even the plants are innovative, featuring a built-in drainage system that routes excess water directly into the shower. Someone actually built a tiny house on a Euro motorcycle sidecar. This builder took the legendary Soviet-era motorcycle, the same design that fought in World War II, and attached a complete living module to the sidecar. It is packed with sleeping space, storage compartments, and all the basics for life on 3 wheels. Fasten your seatbelts because this house is taking off. Located in the Costa Rican jungle, this refurbished 1965 Boeing 727 is perched on a 15-meter pedestal for the ultimate bird's-eye view. The fuselage has been transformed into a luxury 2-bedroom home with hand-carved teak furniture and a terrace built right onto the wing. So, you'll be sharing your morning coffee with monkeys and toucans while enjoying panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean. The built tiny house proves small can be an advantage. Every centimeter of the 7.2 meter by 2.4 meter area is optimized with hidden storage compartments behind panels, under stairs, and inside furniture. The modern kitchen features a compact but complete setup, while stairs with built-in drawers lead to a loft bedroom. The bathroom exceeds expectations with its convenient shower stall and stylish fixtures. Plus, large windows throughout make the compact space feel twice its size. Perched high on stilted legs, this Czech tiny house platform takes elevated living literally. The minimalist design features large windows, providing panoramic views of the surrounding landscape. And the compact interior maximizes every centimeter of 10.4 square meter area with smart storage, a cozy sleeping area, and no heavy foundations needed. The adjustable legs adapt to any terrain. The Voyager is a retired school bus turned 19.5 square meter off-grid palace, complete with a full kitchen and solar power. But if a bus isn't weird enough, check out the Beehive Bungalow, a concrete mixer truck drum converted into a 13 square meter retreat. This rotating drum was insulated and fitted with a bed and lounge, proving that with enough imagination, even heavy machinery can become a cozy, honeycomb-shaped home. How can you visit the Wild West without the DeLorean from Back to the Future? Simply buy this awesome mobile home and a big sombrero for an unforgettable trip. Resting inside this Unity wagon after a tiring day, you'll feel like a cowboy or maybe even a small-town sheriff. The interior's exciting details create the ideal atmosphere, complete with an old-fashioned furnace, a tiny kitchen area, a big bed, and a cool round window. The perfect place to sit and play your banjo. You can also admire the stars in the evening through a large panoramic window. And don't worry about the wagon getting damaged by a storm or strong wind. It's made of top-quality steel and wood, which ensures extreme durability. This is undoubtedly an ideal option for anyone dreaming of a comfortable trip while enjoying the vibes of the Old West. That's even better than playing Red Dead Redemption, isn't it? How much are you ready to pay to survive almost any apocalyptic scenario? You can buy this spherical house designed by Liu Qiwan for only $50,000. It features a durable metal structure covered by fiberglass. The house is heat isolated and blocks radiation and water. Thanks to a built-in electric motor, it can move 360 degrees underwater. The capsule has 2 chambers. The larger one provides faux leather seating with seatbelts for 14 people, and the smaller one stocks drinking water and food. All in all, this modern Noah's Ark can accommodate up to 14 people, providing them with a chance to survive even in the open sea for nearly 5 months. But if you believe that $50,000 is too much for an extraordinary sphere, you can buy a cheaper home for only $5,000. However, it's actually a giant trash can. At least, that is how this off-the-grid house designed by Gregory Clowen looks when it's in night mode to ensure protection from vandals. But when day comes, you can turn it into a comfortable home with a working kitchen, toilet, storage, and sleeping area. You can also add various modular components, such as a shaded rooftop deck with a dancing pole, a bar, an outdoor shower, etc. Sounds like an ideal place for an epic party, doesn't it? Hey, pilot and aviation fans! Get ready, because the next house is just for you. This is a legendary Douglas DC-6 turned into a comfortable home with 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, a comfortable kitchen, a living room, and of course, a cockpit. The only way to enter is by climbing through the cargo loading door, so you'll feel like a real member of the flight crew. The airplane is located alongside a 1,700-foot-long private airstrip, so you can easily park your car, helicopter, or even Boeing passenger plane near this exciting house. Hopefully one day, there will be a similar home made out of a B-2 stealth bomber, and as soon as someone builds it, we'll be the first to tell you. So don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Done? Let's continue our journey. The first thought that crosses your mind when you see this bubble house in Uzis is, looks like someone spent too much time watching the Teletubby series. Although you won't find a living vacuum cleaner inside, you will still enjoy its vast living room, kitchen, 3 big bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and even a workshop. All in all, the house is 984 square feet in size, and all the spaces within this construction are curved or spherical. The house is designed with interesting oval windows and sky domes. Additionally, it has a gorgeous swimming pool and a comfortable terrace. You probably won't believe you can buy a house in London for only $4,800. Well, this extremely cheap 25 square foot construction designed by Harrison Marshall will change your mind. The building is made of wood atop a skip. Despite its slightly unattractive design, the house has a kitchen area and a mezzanine bed space. Unfortunately, there is no shower, so purchasing this home is an ideal opportunity to start using your gym membership. Is this just a rock? Look more carefully, because this is a completely eco-friendly house built only with concrete and hay bales? Yes, the construction was filled with 50 cubic meters of tasty dried grass. Only when calf Paulina finished eating this nice food, the designers transformed the building into a hotel room. Inside, you'll find a large bedroom with a fireplace, a portable bathroom, and a large window with a beautiful view. So that's how it feels to live a luxurious life in Flintstones universe.
Wilma, I'm home!
Do you know that an average container ship can carry nearly 12,000 containers? And these heavy metal boxes can be used not only to transport products, but also to build exciting off-grid homes. Inside, you'll find a kitchen combined with a large living room, a children's room, a bath, and a bedroom. The home is entirely powered by solar panels. The most amazing part is that a couple from Florida completed this fabulous DIY project without hiring a building contractor. Hey, check out this home made of metal conduit, chicken wire, and a roll of baler twine. It's surely not the most comfortable place to live. Maybe it's the straw house from the Three Little Pigs. Or it's a secret vault used by Clark Kent during his days on the farm. We happen to have a secret informant who told us it's a hunter stash. But what are your thoughts about this strange shelter? Don't forget to share them in the comments. Please, somebody, call Jack and tell him the giant came down the beanstalk and lost his shoe. Oh no, someone's already turned it into a house! One of the most attractive features of this home, located in Texas, is undoubtedly its terrace with an amazing view. Also, inside, you can find 2 big bedrooms, a kitchen with a furnace, and a comfortable bathroom. It's difficult to believe, but nearly 65% of this masterpiece is made of recycled materials, such as cardboard boxes and old wood. Imagine waking up one day and realizing the government wants to demolish your house to build a new highway. That's exactly what happened to this couple from China. Nonetheless, they refused to leave and decided to stay in their house. Even when the road was completed, the couple wouldn't change their minds. These people appreciate the memories associated with their old home, and they're not ready to abandon them, even to get money from the government. They're a great example of how we should stand for our values, even when life literally throws us onto the highway of problems. Have you ever dreamed of having your own spaceship from Star Wars? Although this round house can't take you to the Dagobah system, you'll still feel like you're on board an Imperial Star Destroyer when you activate its 360-degree rotation. Inside this fantastic home, you can relax in a comfortable living room with a fireplace. Also, there are 2 bedrooms with bathrooms and a spacious kitchen. But it's better not to rotate the house if you want to experiment with cocktails during your stay. Do you believe there is a hotel room worthy of climbing 1,312 feet of Via Ferrata Mountain to get there? Of course, the answer is yes! Sky Lodge Adventure Suite hangs from the top of a mountain in the sacred Valley of Peru, pleasing its visitors with an astonishing view. Of course, waking up and seeing such a wonderful landscape is worth any challenge, even using an uncomfortable toilet inside this capsule. Up to 4 people can live in this house, but consider that there's no traditional kitchen. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? If you can continue this song, you'll surely like this 7.8 by 21.6 foot house resembling the Krusty Krab from SpongeBob.
Establishment ever established for eating the Krusty Krab.
This structure is designed for your ultimate relaxation. It features everything you need, including a bathroom, bedroom, and storage space. There's even a tiny kitchen with a fridge and an electric stove. So now you can make Krabby Patties wherever you want. Afterward, you can relax in a luxurious outdoor jacuzzi on an attractive terrace. No, this is not a scene from the new movie about the planet Arrakis. This house is dug into the rock and has 4 floors. Many similar buildings can be found in this East Azerbaijan village, which has a history going back 7,000 years. As a rule, all the houses have a similar structure. The ground floor is used as a stable. The second floor is residential. The third floor is a guest room, and the fourth floor is a storage room. If you have ever wondered how it would feel to live thousands of years ago, visiting this village should be on your bucket list. If you've always wanted to reveal your inner Tom Shelby, you need this off-grid wagon. Just like the charismatic hero from the Peaky Blinders, it's both simple and attractive. In addition to its iconic exterior, you'll surely like its interior because it genuinely doesn't include anything unnecessary. Its comfortable bed, storage cupboards, and stove are everything you need during your minimalist adventure. And when night falls, you can enjoy the cozy atmosphere created by numerous candles and garlands. Suspended 3 meters above the hill, this barrel-shaped treehouse called Spyglass is pure magic. The curved ceiling creates a cozy atmosphere, while floor-to-ceiling windows let you spy on wandering deer below. But here's the best part: your own heated cedar soaking tub on the deck, where you can soak under the stars. The property also features a container pool, barrel sauna, and swinging hammock chairs. Let's head to Japan, where it only takes 6 hours to build a house like this. These amazing houses are built of special polystyrene foam, which is 50 times stronger than ordinary styrofoam. But the most amazing thing is the price. The material for such a house can be bought for only $1,000. And at the same time, you get a full-fledged house of 50 square meters with 2 bedrooms, a living room, and a kitchen. These houses are incredibly energy efficient. And don't worry about durability. These houses can withstand a 7.0 earthquake. But that's not all. The approximate lifespan of such a house is 300 years. Well, most brick houses don't have that kind of warranty. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. Wait, is that Shrek's house? Yep, you heard it right. The big green ogre has finally decided to list his swamp on Airbnb. Located in the Scottish Highlands, this mud mansion is the perfect getaway for those who like their vacations with a side of "get out of my swamp." Complete with Shrek's signature outhouse, a fireplace that probably smells like onions, and a bed that's just right for ogre-sized sweet dreams, this place is layers of awesome. Just remember, if you hear All Star playing in the middle of the night, it's probably just Donkey throwing a party next door. The next living space is something straight out of your favorite anime, an adorable, toy-like apartment complex in Chengdu, China. Picture this. Each home is a colorful, dollhouse-like block with cute little gardens, fences, and a pastel dream world vibe. If Hello Kitty designed homes, this would probably be it. The two-story units give residents their own private spaces, complete with room for small gardens and plants. It's like living in a toy town, except it's totally real. Whether you're into minimalism or just want your home to look like it came from a Studio Ghibli film, this is the place to be. Harumi Yukitake's Mirror House is where vampires go to have existential crises. This house in Japan is completely covered with mirrored panels that reflect the surrounding environment. It literally disappears into the landscape, creating the illusion of invisibility. Imagine a village made entirely of colorful domes. Looks like someone spilled a giant bag of jelly beans in the desert. Located on Hormuz Island in Iran, these quirky domes are built from rammed earth and sand, which makes them not just eco-friendly, but also super sturdy. Each dome pops with bright colors, making this a paradise for Instagrammers. The unique design also keeps the interiors cool, which is a huge bonus considering the scorching desert heat outside. This vibrant settlement isn't just for show, though. It's an actual functioning village where locals live in style. Would you trade your regular house for one of these? Spanish designer Fernando Abellans decided to fulfill a childhood dream by building himself a secret studio right under a bridge in Valencia. This tiny space of only 7 square meters includes a sleeping area, a desk, and shelves. But the most unique feature is that the studio is fixed on metal rails and slides along the bridge, making it mobile and allowing Fernando to get into his secret hideout. Ever heard of a house that's good for the planet and your zen? Enter the world of Curter. These adorable dome-shaped dwellings are made from a mix of hemp, lime, and sand. These mini homes are like nature's own igloos. But here's the kicker. They're built entirely without frames or load-bearing structures. That means you can build one yourself. So if you ever wanted to live in a house that looks like it grew straight out of the ground, Curter might just be your dream come true. Ever dreamed of a Martian vacation without leaving Earth? Look no further than Jezero in the Iranian desert. This glamping site feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie with its futuristic bubble tents scattered across the alien-like landscape. The design offers a perfect blend of comfort and nature. Think of it as luxury meets the Red Planet. It's the ultimate spot for stargazing or just pretending you're exploring Mars. This house in Portugal, wedged between 4 giant boulders, is the ultimate example of working with what Mother Nature gives you, known as the Casa do Penedo. It looks like a cartoon dwelling, but inside it is equipped with all the necessary amenities despite its primitive appearance. This next house quite literally involves living on the edge. Perched on a 140-meter slope in the Polish mountains, the Koniecki Ark seems to defy gravity itself. Inspired by a typical barn, This avant-garde wonder was designed by architect Robert Konieczny, who also happens to call it home. The whole house is surrounded by large windows, and in order to avoid overheating and to protect the home, the entrance is made up of a mobile bridge. And don't worry, it's firmly anchored to the ground. The house actually touches the slope at only 3 points, giving the illusion that it's rolling down the mountain. Do you think penthouses can't surprise you anymore? What about a whole mansion 130 meters off the ground? In India, an entrepreneur decided that a normal apartment wasn't enough for him and built a real mansion right on top of a 34-story skyscraper. This 3,700 square meter house includes 4 bedrooms, a living room, a dining room, a movie theater, and even a backyard and a swimming pool. But the most amazing thing is the helipad. Now that's how to park right out front. The Duck Patrol boat takes blending in with your surroundings to the next level. It's basically a floating garden with an engine. This camouflaged marvel lets hunters sneak up on unsuspecting ducks while pretending to be a very mobile, very suspicious-looking island. Think your apartment is cramped? Wait until you see Magingo Island. This tiny speck in Lake Victoria is officially the most densely populated place on Earth. About 500 people live on the island, which is only 2,000 square meters. And while this rocky piece of land is no bigger than a soccer field, it still has 15 bars, a church, restaurants, and even a movie theater. But the island certainly can't boast about the smell, as residents only have 2 restrooms. Welcome to the Fuzhou Tulou, where being close to family means living in the same village as they do. These 46 structures in China are essentially villages wrapped up in one tulou. Each tulou is home to an entire clan, making family reunions less of an event and more of a daily occurrence. So if you visit, remember, you're not just touring a historical site, you're walking through someone's living room. Who needs bricks when you've got bags? These eco-friendly homes are built using the super adobe technique, basically stuffing bags with earth and sand. The bags are stacked in layers and fastened with barbed wire, creating dome-shaped buildings that can withstand extreme weather conditions and earthquakes. Such houses are not only cheap to build, but also have excellent thermal insulation. Thanks to this technique, a home can be built literally from materials found underfoot, making it an affordable and sustainable option for many people. The Bird's Nest at Tree Hotel in Sweden is where humans go to experience life as a sparrow, with a minibar. The walls and roof of the hotel are made of branches, which creates the illusion of a real bird's nest. This elevated egg-shaped abode proves that nest building isn't just for the birds, and it's the perfect spot for tree huggers who like their nature with a side of luxury. I know everyone wishes they could live in a treehouse, so take a look at the Sanya Beauty Crown Hotel in China. This isn't just a hotel, it's a vertical forest of 9 skyscrapers. Each of these skyscrapers has a distinctive branching shape that resembles the crowns of trees. Often referred to as the urban forest, this architectural masterpiece contains over 6,000 rooms and covers an area of 500,000 square meters. The Nola Cabin is a 9 square meter A-frame mini masterpiece perched in the Helsinki archipelago. Standing 4.8 meters tall and weighing just 900 kilograms, architects designed this timber gem to be assembled like a giant 3D puzzle. Absolutely no screws required. It's 100% carbon neutral, running entirely on solar power and a renewable diesel stove. With its iconic glass face and adjustable legs that adapt to any rocky terrain, it's called Leave No Trace Sanctuary for the eco-conscious explorer. This 23-meter-tall 1964 Brutalist water tower once held 227,000 liters. Before, designer Matthew Gray spent 4 years transforming the Grade 2 listed structure into a 160 square meter 4-bedroom retreat. Now, the living space sits inside the original donut-shaped tank, featuring 360-degree views and an 80 square meter roof terrace overlooking London. How do you find peace in crowded Tokyo? You build a funnel for sunlight. Architect Takeshi Hosaka's house is a concrete masterpiece squeezed into a tiny 18.84 square meter footprint. Its genius part is 2 massive funnel-like curved roofs pull in the sky, making the 7.2 meter high interior feel infinite despite being surrounded by 10-story buildings. Inside, 7 concrete partitions double as shelving for a 300 record vinyl collection. It even features an outdoor terrace with a bathtub and a sliding glass wall. Perched at 1,975 meters in Slovenia's Julian Alps, this tiny mountaineer shelter sits tucked beneath a massive boulder near Kotovo Sedlo, part of Slovenia's network of 179 mountain huts and bivouacs. It serves climbers tackling nearby 2,645 meters, the country's 6th highest peak. This camp offers just 1 room with basic bunk beds free of charge. No staff, no amenities, but the shelter from the alpine elements where everyone can feel safe. Born in the early 1970s, the Superbugger transformed the iconic VW Beetle into a miniature motorhome. The conversion cuts everything behind the firewall, reinforces the chassis, and adds a wood and fiberglass camper shell. Standing 2.3 meters tall, yet weighing only 1,088 kilograms, it packs 2 single beds, a dining nook, 2-burner stove, sink, and 45-liter water tank. Still highway capable at 27 miles per gallon. Germany's best-selling micro-caravan packs a complete home into a hull just 2.3 meters long and 2.05 meters wide. Weighing only 440 kilograms empty, any standard car license holder can tow it with no special permit needed. The all-fiberglass body sits on a premium aluminum chassis, approved for 100 kilometers per hour. Inside the 1.95 meter standing height, you'll find a double bed, full kitchen with 2-burner stove, shower and portable toilet, plus a 55-liter fresh water tank. Moreover, it's year-round ready with thermal insulation and a diesel heater. Don't worry, it's not an alien invasion. It's just a mind-blowing house located in Sweden. To enter this building, you have to press a button on the nearby tree. It activates the electrically foldable ladder that appears from the bottom of the UFO. Inside the spaceship, you'll find several beds, a ceiling that imitates a starry sky, and an Xbox to pass the time during your adventures between the galaxies. Also, you can enjoy the 360-degree view due to the windows located around this incredible house. Most modern houses are made of wood, steel, plaster, and concrete, but none looks like a giant potato. Surprisingly, this 6-ton vegetable has visited 48 states. Just for comparison, the average US citizen visits only 13 states in their entire life. And when this potato got tired of traveling, its owners turned it into an amazing hotel. It can easily accommodate up to 2 people. Inside the building, you'll find everything necessary for your comfort, including power outlets, a mini fridge, and a luxury custom-built bed. And if you want to relax, you can enjoy soaking in the spa while looking up at the starry sky. Does living in a house without the internet sound boring and completely depressing? Well, what if this house is actually a yellow submarine inspired by the Beatles' well-known song? If you want to spend a couple of days feeling like a real Captain Nemo, you should definitely visit this hotel located in New Zealand. The house includes all the traditional rooms, including a bedroom and kitchen. But the most interesting place is the captain's cockpit on the second floor. Also, the inside decorations are astonishing. They include old maps, steampunk elements, and even an antique diving helmet. Do you want to spend a weekend in the most luxurious and unique hotel? This 87-foot water tower, originally built in 1892, is at your service. It now features an elevator and large 360-degree panoramic windows. All in all, there are 4 floors that include 3 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms, a secret bookshelf that opens to a hiding spot, a sunset deck with a hot tub, and a kitchen. Do you want more? At the top of the tower, you can enjoy a beautiful mountain view. But keep in mind that the 4th and 5th floors can only be accessed by a spiral staircase. This is probably what living in a tower from Firewatch is like after you've significantly upgraded it. It's difficult to imagine what was in the architect's mind when he designed this house. Did he even try to use this toilet? Luckily, this is just an exhibit in Johannesburg. The strange house includes all the traditional rooms, but everything inside is upside down. If you're a fan of Stranger Things, this interior is ideal for taking photos, inspired by your favorite Netflix series. What would you do if you bought land with a train carriage on it and you weren't allowed to demolish it? Build your house around it, of course. That's exactly what Jim Higgin did with this 130-year-old Great Western Railway carriage. Further, the man turned it into several rooms for his house. Now the carriage includes bedrooms, a kitchen, a bath, and a living room. Yeah, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. But if it gives you a train, turn it into a home. Many people were sure this 31-foot lifeboat was living out its last days when a couple from England bought it to turn it into a guest house called Butternut. It took nearly $14,300 and 2 years to complete this amazing project. As a result, the house has a living space of 310 square feet. It includes a living room, a large bathroom, and a kitchen integrated with a bedroom. Of course, the most amazing feature of this home is the contrast between its rusty exterior and cozy interior. Although we can't yet communicate with UFOs, it's already possible to live in one. Kirby and Patricia have made their childhood dream a reality by building an amazing UFO house inspired by the iconic Jupiter 2 from the classic TV series Lost in Space. This 66 square meter futuristic home has everything you need to live comfortably. A moon lounge with a bar counter, a kitchen, 6 beds, and a bathroom. But the best part is the home's unique details, as there's a control panel just like a real starship, a collection of space-themed movies, and costumes. And if you feel like going back to Earth, just exit through the entrance hatch and you'll find yourself among trees, hills, and meadows, next to a flowing brook. Imagine waking up every morning on a bed that gently sways with the waves. No, we're not talking about a fancy yacht. Welcome to the floating islands of Lake Titicaca. The Uru people layer these reeds to create a sturdy foundation, constantly adding new layers as the bottom ones decompose. But here's the kicker. These islands are about 15 to 30 meters in diameter and 2 to 2.5 meters thick. And the residents need to add new layers of reeds every 2 to 3 weeks to keep their island afloat. And get this, they even have solar panels now. So while they're preserving their ancient way of life, they're not missing out on Netflix. Now that's what I call a perfect blend of old and new. Ever fancied having a drink inside a tree? Well, in Judo, Poland, you can do just that. The Topola Tekla, a 300-year-old poplar tree that's not just a landmark, but a fully functioning minibar. With a circumference of 7.25 meters and a diameter of 2.30 meters, it's still alive and growing. The tree's hollow interior, once rotted, now houses 3 tables where several adults can comfortably sit. Standing 25 meters tall, this Winnie the Pooh house has become a popular hangout spot. Ever looked at a giant steel sculpture and thought, I could live in that? No? Well, Robert Bruno did. Welcome to the Steel House, a 110-ton metal masterpiece that took a long time to build. This futuristic fortress was Bruno's 30-year labor of love. Without a fixed plan, Bruno kept adding and cutting steel parts, like playing with a 250-square-meter Lego set. Inside this rusty sculpture, you'll find bedrooms, a living room, dining room, and bathrooms. Sadly, Bruno passed away in 2008, leaving his masterpiece unfinished. But the story doesn't end there. The house recently sold for $250,000 and was quickly relisted for $1.75 million. Tired of the concrete jungle? Meet Bosco Verticale, a vertical forest growing in the center of Milan. This amazing project consists of 2 towers, 110 and 76 meters high. But it's not the height that makes them special. It's the fact that a real forest grows on their balconies. Imagine, over 900 trees, 5,000 shrubs, and 11,000 plants turn these skyscrapers into vertical oases. Who would have thought that in the center of Milan, you could observe wildlife from the comfort of your apartment? Ever wanted to become a pilot without leaving the ground? The Costa Verde Hotel in Costa Rica has got you covered with their Boeing 727 fuselage home. This retired airliner has traded runways for jungle views, perched 15 meters above the beach on a custom-built platform. But don't worry about cramped seats and tiny bathrooms. This plane has been transformed into a luxurious 2-bedroom suite that would make even first-class passengers jealous. And the best part is that the wings have been converted into a terrace where you can sip cocktails and watch the sunset over the ocean. Concrete canvas shelters are the military's answer to the question, what if we made a bunker, but it could follow us around? These portable fortresses can withstand winds of up to 215 kilometers per hour and explosions from 5-kilogram charges, making them the perfect home away from home for soldiers. Ideal Park's underground garage system is what happens when James Bond becomes a suburban dad. This high-tech hideaway lets you park your car with all the drama of a spy movie, but without explosions and car chases. Ideal Park is the perfect way to make your neighbors wonder, where did that Prius just disappear to? Located in the UNESCO-protected Wadden Sea, this is Europe's first floating sleeping pod built inside a vintage 1900s navigation buoy. Despite its compact 3.2-meter length, the pod is packed with high-end features like climate control, heating, and panoramic glazing for stargazing. However, passers-by often mistake the rusty 2.5-ton exterior for a submarine or even a spaceship. Yes, you saw that right. You can sleep inside a Soviet Victor III-class nuclear submarine. Well, a replica of one. This teardrop-shaped prop from the 1999 James Bond film, The World Is Not Enough, has been converted into glamping accommodation on the Isle of Wight, UK. The conversion features 2 double beds plus a single bunk, sleeping 5 guests. It's got trapdoors, ladders, an interactive dashboard, and yes, a working periscope. Headroom is limited. It's a submarine after all, but the nearby container, the dock, provides kitchen, shower, and toilet facilities. These British-made glamping pods are the ultimate off-grid sanctuary for total countryside solitude. Land Pod sits on patented adjustable legs that can be installed on any terrain, with no foundations, in just 2 hours. Solar panels power internal LED lights and USB charging ports, making them completely off-grid ready. It sleeps 5 adults and converts from bedroom to living space in minutes, with 2 oak tables seating 9. Welcome to the first 3D printed dodecahedron home in the world. This Slovenian modular marvel offers 25 square meters of space and can be popped up almost anywhere on its adjustable steel legs. Made from moisture-resistant timber and galvanized steel, it's designed to be easily dismantled and moved when you feel like moving to a new home. And for around $20,000, you get a futuristic pod that looks like it just landed from another planet. Why live in a box when you can live in a wine barrel? This luxury cabin blends rustic charm with elegance, featuring a cozy fireplace, comfortable bed, coffee machine, microwave, and local Barbera wine waiting for you after this bathroom with dual showers and locally crafted skincare products. These futuristic spacebot homes are popping up across India, and they're incredible. The curved capsule design looks like a space station, all smooth lines and panoramic windows that make the compact interior feel much larger. Each pod comes fully equipped with modern amenities, including climate control and sleeping quarters. Here's your ticket to the coolest tiny house renovation project. This authentic World War II troop-trained kitchen car has been transformed into a stunning 42 square meter vacation retreat. The exterior keeps that rugged military green paint, but inside, modern Scandinavian vibes with hardwood floors, a fully equipped kitchen, Murphy bed for flexible space, and a luxurious clawfoot tub. Boeing 737 perched on a cliff 150 meters above the ocean in Bali. That's not a crash landing, that's luxury accommodation. Developers transported this actual aircraft from defunct Mandala Airlines, removing 50,000 bolts to disassemble it for the journey. The 113 square meter interior features 2 bedrooms, a kitchen living room in the old business class section, and here's the best part. The cockpit is now a bathroom with a jacuzzi. The wings have become terraces next to an infinity pool cantilevering over the cliff. And starting at around $7,000 per night, it's reportedly booked 11 years in advance. That's what I call first class. Think you can't fit 3 people into 7.6 square meters? Think again, as the Baluchan Nano is a masterclass in French craftsmanship, measuring just 3.3 meters by 2.3 meters. A clever mezzanine and a convertible sofa allow 3 people to sleep comfortably in a space smaller than most parking spots. And with a full kitchen, wood stove, and bathroom, this tiny house is the best proof that bigger isn't always better. Nature called, and Lumicine answered with this luxury cocoon. The smallest Lumipod measures just 5.45 meters in diameter and 3.25 meters tall, packing 17 square meters of high-end hotel comfort into a perfect circle. The star feature is a patented 5-meter diameter curved glass window that slides 180 degrees open, erasing the boundary between inside and outside. Steel framed for rigidity, wrapped in charred timber cladding with 15 centimeters of rock wool insulation. It arrives and assembles on 4 screw piles in just 2 days, leaving no trace on the landscape. This self-made wonder was built in just 3 days for the price of a pair of sneakers, a mind-blowing $110. Sized at 1 meter by 2 meters, this 2 square meter wooden hut is a hardcore off-grid sanctuary. It features 50mm foam insulation and windproof film, keeping it warm and cozy during freezing forest rains. Weighing 130 kilograms, it's a rugged, hand-towable house for the ultra-minimalist explorers. Meet the world's smallest camper, a 300cc BMW Isetta bubble car transformed into a functional RV. At just 2.3 meters long, builder Mikey Brown created this masterpiece almost entirely from scrap. But here's the kicker. The clever interior transforms from a driving seat into a cozy 1.8-meter bed. With its vintage floral velvet and sparkly redemption red paint, it's officially a 2024 Hot Wheels Legends winner. Turn your UTV into a mobile camp with the Tent Commander. This rugged, lightweight camper is constructed from 100% aluminum and stainless steel. It's designed for setting up in less than a minute with your mattress and bedding already inside. While it looks perfect atop a buggy, it's versatile enough to fit on standard car roof tracks or pickup truck beds. It features sliding plexiglass windows and a fully removable top, offering quick accessibility and protection without weighing down the vehicle. Cedar Shed Kits is backyard bliss in a box. These premium Western red cedar kits range from tiny 4-square-meter booths to spacious 12-square-meter retreats. Naturally rot-resistant and aromatic, they're the smallest yet best upgrade for any garden. But the main thing is every panel is handcrafted and pre-cut for Lego-like assembly. Working from home but can't escape the chaos? This 2.15 by 2.15 meter cube of peace is your answer. Complete sound insulation means you won't hear the kids, the dogs, or your neighbor's lawnmower. It comes with built-in ventilation, a solar panel option, and enough room for a full workstation setup. The prefab design means it arrives ready to drop in your backyard with no construction crew needed. In Amsterdam, history isn't just in the museums, it's where you sleep. As this Suites Hotel features 28 individual Bridgekeeper houses transformed into standalone hotel apartments. A standout unit offers 44 square meters of sleek, circular living space with incredible 360-degree views of the canals. While these tiny towers once controlled city boat traffic, they're now high-end retreats featuring industrial chic interiors and designer furniture. What if you could pedal your house to a new location? This folding plastic house mounts on a tricycle, cut from polypropylene using CNC technology, the only plastic that can be bent without losing strength. It expands like an accordion from a compact traveling size to approximately 3 square meters of living space. Inside, there's a collapsible sink, stove, water tank, and transforming furniture that goes from bed to dining table. And multiple units can even connect together. Sometimes tiny means life-saving, like these Canadian micro-shelters measuring 1.52 by 2.44 meters, about 3.7 square meters, that were designed specifically to get homeless people off the streets. Each unit costs about $10,000 Canadian to build and includes heat, electricity, running water, a bed, smoke detector, and carbon monoxide alarm. Built with refrigeration panels for insulation and mounted on wheels to be mobile, they're designed to meet Ontario building codes while providing immediate shelter. Did you know that old car tires generate almost 6 million tons of waste annually, with 200,000 tons polluting the oceans? Fortunately, artist Sibi Geva found a way to turn these tires into stunning house exteriors. This idea has inspired other designers to create entire buildings, including massive towers from recycled materials, a creative solution for a growing problem. This house is perfect for popcorn and tortilla fans because it's made from 30,000 flint corn cobs. But wait, there's more! The creator and 14 friends also built a water wheel, a stone mill, and even a corn cob fence. At 39 feet long and 13 feet wide, it's a cozy spot for any corn lover. Just try not to snack on the walls. Did someone park an airplane inside this house? Don't worry. This isn't a pilot's mistake, just an incredible interior design for a tech center. Let's admit it, this is one of the most creative architectural decisions ever. This is what happens when you ask Dominic Toretto to deliver a garden house to you. Created by artist Erwin Worm, this unique home sits high above the ground, offering breathtaking views of the Mediterranean Sea. If Master Yoda had decided to live in a tree, his hut surely would have looked like this flying mud boat. Just like the old Jedi's home, this house features a furnace that keeps it warm and cozy. Plus, the center of it is designed with a big table, the perfect place to gather your friends and share stories about your adventures in a galaxy far, far away. Has anyone ever told you that your origami skills won't put a roof over your head? Well, the designers from Flex Hotels have proven those people totally wrong. It takes less than 10 minutes to set up their portable shelters, and it's easier than making a paper boat. As soon as Flex Hotels is delivered to its destination, it transforms into a comfortable modular home with 2 bedrooms and bathrooms, along with a cozy small porch. And if that isn't enough for you, the shelter also comes with all the comforts like electricity and basic furniture. Even Harry Potter would exchange his magical tent for this wonderful home. It's the perfect setup for enjoying outdoor events without the discomfort of traditional camping. What do you expect from a garden house? Whatever your answer, the Walden is probably better. Its charming design includes a rooftop observation deck, a seating area with panoramic views, and a cozy fire pit. Decorations like birdhouses add extra charm, making this garden house a favorite among guests. You won't want to go back to your normal house. Lego isn't just for building your own personal R2-D2 or tiny Ferrari. Turns out, you can even construct an entire house. Of course, it'll take you nearly 3 weeks and millions of blocks to create the unique home, complete with a full-fledged bedroom, bathroom, and even a Lego phone, so you can call your Lego friends over for a Lego party. This isn't Minecraft with ultra-realistic shaders. It's a real igloo village. These snow and ice homes aren't just beautiful, they also have plenty of space inside, with cozy bedrooms, stylish decorations, and even luxurious bathrooms. So, would you spend a night in one of these cool homes? The first thought that probably comes to the average person's mind when they see this shelter is, who in the world would choose to live in a cement box? Although you won't find a jacuzzi or luxury furniture inside, you'd still be glad to have this storm shelter nearby in the event of a natural disaster. It can withstand even the most violent EF4 tornadoes and can be set up in less than a day. Depending on the model, the storm shelter can keep up to 32 people completely safe. Think camping can't be comfortable? Think again. The Glamper from Instacabin sets up in less than 10 minutes and offers a 12-foot length, 6-foot width, and a maximum ceiling height of 10 feet. It's spacious enough for a bed and your gear, making it the perfect choice for outdoor adventures. Who says camping has to be rough? Have you always wanted to live like an astronaut without having to leave Earth? Well, this unusual home, modeled after the Apollo 11 spacecraft, can provide you with a truly unforgettable experience. Within this cylindrical cabin, you'll find a bed for 2 and amenities such as a shower, toilet, microwave, and refrigerator. What else could you want for exploring the universe? That's it for today's Compact Life episode. Let me know which of these genius mini houses was your favorite in the comments. Smash that like button, subscribe for more architectural insanity, and I'll see you in the next one.